right, and let's get sporty. He's flown Kenya's flag across Africa, won continental titles, and is now preparing for the World Championship set to take place in Paraguay. Yet behind Kelvin remarkable success lies a story of sacrifice and a daily grind in an unconventional training venue hidden beneath Nairobi's Eastlands estates. Duncan Mutua spent time with the champion and has prepared a story about this man who has put Kenyan skating on the world map.
Every morning, as Nairobi wakes up to another busy day, thousands of people make their way into the city's office blocks and businesses. But beneath one of these buildings, hidden away from the crowds and the noise above, another day begins for one of Kenya's most accomplished athletes. This underground parking lot is more than just a place to leave cars. For Kelvin, it has become a training arena, a place where he has spent hours chasing perfection, one trick at a time.
The reason why I chose to live in this apartment was now, instead of moving around, hovering around, looking for a place to train, this place is guaranteed.
The rhythmic sound of wheels scraping against concrete echoes through the quiet morning. As Kelvin glides effortlessly across this underground car park, this place is his training ground. Every spin, every jump, every precise landing reflects more than 10 years of relentless practice.
I've had a nice experience, especially as the first Kenyan skater to ever do this. And massive lessons from winning and from losing, because in Singapore I was position 18 worldwide. Then straight ahead, I went to an international competition in Benin, where I won gold and silver. And I was able to win double gold at the African Champions.
An African champion preparing to present his country once again at the World Championship in Paraguay.
It's always been to win the World Championships. And that is not something that you just wake up and say or dream of.
But behind the medals and applause is a story of sacrifice and unwavering belief in a dream that began long before the world knew his name.
There is a long story behind my passion for freestyle, but it all dates back or it all starts from curiosity. Just wanted to do. I try. Now I participate at one skating competition here in Kenya. I develop an interest for an international. I develop an interest for the second one. So this is not something that was essentially structured, that I will go to Singapore, Benin, no.
Kelvin's journey into the skating is not one paved with world-class facilities, professional coaches, or financial backing.
So you see where we are training, and it is not out of choice. It is out of, I don't know whether it's scarcity or out of denial, because as I have said multiple times, tulikatazwa Kasarani. And even after winning the World Champions, Africa Championships in Egypt, we went back there and we've still not been granted the access to that facility.
He started with nothing more than passion and determination. What began as an hobby quickly grew into an obsession, as he spent countless hours reflecting his craft, teaching himself new techniques, falling, getting back up, and pushing his limits every single day.
I think this one is enough for me for now. And because you see, like, I went to Singapore with a substandard skate. And today I have a very quality skate. Now, if I stopped at Singapore because I didn't have a good skate, this one I bought it in May, I would not have gotten this, yeah?
From local competitions to continental championships, Kelvin steadily built a name for himself, carrying Kenya's flag into arenas where the country had never been represented in freestyle skating.
At this time and moment, I'm so much deep into training, especially from going to China. You know, China is the best team in the world in freestyle slalom. So going there and training with them and seeing, getting one or two things that they do that can help me in one way or the other, I think that now I'm set for the world.
But while success has brought recognition, it has not eased the challenges that come with competing in a sport that receives little institutional attention.
I haven't got anything, despite them saying on television that now I don't have to worry about anything.
Preparing for a world championship requires more than a talent. It demands specialized equipment, intensive training, travel, accommodation, and constant maintenance of gear.
The knowledge of the sport from multiple dimensions, I just keep on watching people on YouTube and Instagram, especially Instagram, and you see and you learn. Kitambo, I used to download the videos. I go to an application called InShot. I slow down, I learn.
Kelvin says that despite public promises made after his international successes, consistent support from the relevant government agencies has remained elusive.
The authorities promised to come through, and they never have up to date, because I went to Egypt by myself, went to China by myself.
That's the Ministry of Sports?
Yeah.
He believes the administration of the skating has also played a role in slowing the growth of the sport. Questions have been raised by athletes regarding the leadership of the federation, with some pointing to officials who have remained in office since 2015.
It's to make the federation officials get out of office, because they were elected in 2015 and they refused to resign and they don't work. So the federation is at stagnation.
These concerns continue to generate debate among stakeholders and underscore the importance of accountability and transparent leadership in nurturing emerging sport.
I've said this multiple times. One of the biggest challenges that we have is the Kenya Federation of Roller Skating. It's a shell.
As preparation for Paraguay intensify, Kevin's focus remained fixed on the task ahead. Every training session is another opportunity to improve, and every routine is another step closer to achieving his ultimate goal.
Now, when I started this game, I said that I want to be the African champion. Yeah, and I said it publicly, and I did it. And I even have a better reason to do it the second time. Yeah, but also behind my heart and behind my mind, I've also wanted to be the world champion, which is the fire that is pushing me all along. So that fulfillment, I will only get it when I do that. Yeah, that is why I was dying to get the African Championship medal.
For Kelvin career, skating has become a symbol of perseverance, resilience, and the courage to chase a dream against an overwhelming odds. As he prepares to carry Kenya's hopes onto the world stage in Paraguay, Kelvin career has become far more than an athlete. He has become a symbol of what determination can achieve when passion refuses to give up. Duncan Mutua, TV 47.
Well, on that inspiring note, we conclude TV 47.